you people back in the Shire, turn your porch lights off because we're coming home with a trophy.
Hey there, welcome to SharkCast Pod, a podcast dedicated to the greatest sporting club in the history of the world. And when I say history of the world, I sure as heck mean it. This very short, sharp show is brought to you by Dyson Logistics, the Royal Motor Yacht Club in Port Hacking, and Jason Hawes of Cripps & Cripps Real Estate. 2/3 of those groups of wonderful companies were up at Suncorp this evening watching the Sharks defeat the Roosters 38 points to 30 in what was a classic encounter, back and forth, toe-to-toe, but the true champions edging out the Roosters 38 points to 30 in a memorable win on a memorable run for the team. They're top of the table, one loss only. Past few weeks they've defeated Melbourne in Melbourne without Nicho Hynes. Roosters at Suncorp at Magic Round, a bogey venue for us, somewhat of a bogey round, and still no Hamlin Welle or Toby Rudolph. Nicho Hynes did return, had a fantastic game. Apologies for the audio, I'm travelling in a vehicle. Apologies for the voice, I'm still suffering things. No matter what happens from here on in, this team has the ability to go all the way. And I've had a little bit of time since full time to think about that. But I knew it already. I knew it weeks ago. I've known it for a while. The change in this team is remarkable. They didn't have to do much. They just had to get a bit of a backbone and shore up that middle and fix some defensive issues, which they've done. They've learned to grind out games and still play fantastic football. There's still things to work on. I'm getting a little bit worried about that left edge. A little bit worried. But if that's the biggest worry I have with this team, I can live with it. They're a team to be proud of, no matter what happens at Shark Park against Penrith. And if you don't have a ticket for that, I would grab one right now because it'll be sold out any second. Whatever happens there, win, lose, draw, the Sharks have shown they can win on the big stage against the big teams. The rugby league world keeps throwing challenges up to this great team, and they keep knocking down those challenges. And tonight wasn't perfect. There were some errors in the game, but they played a really good brand yet again. Tough, resilient, somewhat flashy football from time to time as well. Nicho Hynes had a fantastic game. The one error of kicking out in the full was followed by a 40-20 and a try assist. I'm really happy for everyone that got to watch the game live at the ground. I know a lot of our Queensland fans, they do suffer from seeing this team lose at that stadium in particular. And a lot of our fans travelled from elsewhere as well, so very happy. And it was very noticeable on the coverage. The team had, I would suggest, some of the biggest support this weekend from travelling teams. So doing us proud up there, that's for sure. Hopefully a lot of clean, safe fun also being had tonight, post-game by everyone involved. It's hard to go past the leaders in this team. Nicho Hynes, Cam McInnes, Blake Brayley, guys like that just continue to improve every week. We saw some brilliance from Jesse Ramian. There were some missed tackles, but some absolute brilliance in attack and defence. The Roosters are the best attacking team in the comp, so I'm not going to lose sleep over the tries that were conceded against us. I just hope that we can learn from it. It was a feature again in the press conference by Cam McInnes. This team of the younger players have been together for a long time in lower grades and now in first grade. They're learning as they go. They're getting better and better. They're reaching those 100-game milestones. And their love for each other is genuine. As soppy as that sounds, it's not an act. They're a family unit. They play for each other. You can see it. You can see it this year. I would argue you could see it in the past 2 years under Craig Fitzgibbon. In other years gone by, it's not as obvious. Doesn't mean it wasn't there, but it's not as obvious. You can see it with this group. They're playing to win for each other. Watch how they celebrate the tries as a mere example, as one small example. Watch the Talakai try in the second half. That is meaningful. That is significant. Kale Iro coming into the centres, allowing Talakai to play in the middle off the bench is significant. It's a great time to be a Sharks fan. I don't need to tell you this. I would tell you what I'm going to do. Lap it up. Enjoy it. I think we're going to have some really good times ahead. I'm still going 1 week at a time. Don't know about you guys and girls, but it's all about Penrith now. As soon as that siren went, it was about Penrith. And I'm pretty sure the team feels the same way. They'll keep their egos in check. They know they really, as they keep telling us, they haven't achieved much. I would disagree. I think coming first, you're knocking over these teams in other places without your star players. I think you're doing a lot. Their opinion's a little bit different. From what I could tell, no injuries. I don't think there's any suspension worries. We'll find out Sunday morning. Toby won't be back next week. Hamlin Welle, I'm not sure. Some great questions being raised by some other SharkCast potters. Who makes room for these guys coming in? Big Tuku had more time tonight and was really good. Rosie Hunt's looking sharp. It's hard to change a winning team. Not suggesting that Hamlin Welle and Toby Rudolph do not have their place, because of course they do. Of course they do. Starting props. Tall Tom Hazelton. Try-scoring machine. Oregon Kaufusi, his 100th NRL game. Continue to dominate. Now, I thought the opening minutes of game, aside from that amazing try we scored, I thought the Roosters forwards were doing a good job on us. Inside our own 30-metre zone, doing kick returns, doing restart returns. I wouldn't have said that our players were dominating the yardage, but they won it at the end. They got there in the end. But I love the way that those two props are starting games. It won't be headline grabbing, but they're doing a job. Again, apologies for the audio, apologies to the voice. I'm looking into the voice. We're trying things with the voice, all sorts of things with the voice. It's a huge week for Sharks at SharkCast Pod this week. Penrith at home. We've been waiting for this one. I couldn't care less who's playing for them and who's not. They're going to turn up and want to beat the best team in the comp, which is us. They're used to having that spot. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to do it. Thank you so much to everyone who's been in touch. All the supporters. I cannot thank you enough for the support of the last episode during the week with Josh. It's reached a lot of people, so thank you so much. And thank you to Josh, of course, for his time. We're going to be back as soon as we can. It just depends on this old voice box. We'll be back as soon as we can. You know that. All I want to do is talk about the Sharks to you people. Please know that. Until we speak again, take care. Enjoy this time. Up, Cronulla. Let's go. Play the song.
Sharks forever. Go out and play without fear. Now's the time to see good football, for the Sharks are here. Sharks forever. Go out and play without fear. Now's the time to